Hey guys, how's it going? I apologize for the delay in making this video. It's been a pretty crazy few days, but it wasn't because the Cowboys lost, okay? Win or lose, I always come on here and I always give a post-game wrap-up. And yeah, so Cowboys, they we finally the problems that the Cowboys have had on offense the last few games finally caught up with us in Philadelphia. That first half was awful. I mean, all game, Cooper Rush threw 3 interceptions. First one wasn't his fault. That was right after Philadelphia scored the first touchdown of the game, and it just wasn't. We just could never get back in it because there's a reason why Philadelphia is undefeated this season. Um, yeah, they're going to be a problem, and hopefully on Christmas Eve we're going to have another chance to overthrow them. So now, it. I mean, on the bright side, I mean, like, I mean, continue talking about the game first, and then they build a 17-0 lead. And then after that, we decided to go for it on 4th and 1 in our own territory. And Cooper Rush tries this bootleg pass, tries to roll out to the outside, but that was a terrible call. When you have 4th and 1 and you only need a yard, call either a quarterback sneak or run Elliott or Pollard up the middle, because if Cooper Rush can get that lunge for the first down, then the drive continues, and then that sets up a field goal, and then we get that nice kickoff return by Turpin for 62 yards, and it puts us in Philadelphia territory in our best field position of the night. And then um, we marched down the field, and then our touchdown from uh, Rush to Noah Brown 12 yards out gets negated because he was out of bounds, and then the drive stalls and we have to settle for a field goal. And then that puts us up 20-3 at the half. Second half, we look like a completely different team. We look like a team that wanted to fight and get back in this game. I was thinking, Cowboys, it's up to you. What do you want to do? It's you either lie down and lose by 30 or 40, or you can man up, rise up, and fight and get this game within striking distance going into the fourth quarter. And the Cowboys chose the latter course of latter option. And then I mean, we started running the ball with Zeke more, and he got his runs, and I wish that he could have been running like that to start the game. Um, I mean, it's so meaningless, but he looked as good as he had looked all season, and he needs to play as good or even better than he did on Sunday because it's getting very frustrating that he goes out of bounds after and goes to the sideline like every other play and doesn't try to fight for extra yardage. And I think Tony Pollard needs to be the running back and Zeke has to go. But let's see if Zeke steps it up the rest of the season. I mean, the past few running backs we had, Joseph Randall, who was a complete thug, DeMarco Murray, and Darren McFadden and Alan Morris, and also Felix Jones and Marion Barber. I mean, they were not they weren't produced. They did not. A lot of them, of course, Randall was a thug, but McFadden, Morris, Murray, Felix Jones, and Marion Barber and Tashard Choice, at least they played like they were serious and wanted to be on the field and not. At least they played like they were serious. Zeke better step it up because I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone at the end of the year. And then we march down the field and we get a touchdown. We stop Philadelphia again and then we get another touchdown. And that puts us back in the game at 20-17. And it looks like we could be making probably the biggest comeback since a couple of years ago against Atlanta, which was our first win of 6, which was pitiful. But now we got. But then it didn't faze Philadelphia. They went down and got another touchdown, and then Travion Diggs gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and it puts them at the 1-yard line, and we stop them. That means that we can win the game with a field goal and a touchdown and a PAT. We can get back in with that, but Cooper Rush threw another interception, his third of the night, and that allowed Philadelphia to bleed most of the clock. And then we get the ball back again, and Dallas trying to work a miracle. They only get as far as the Philadelphia 42-yard line, and they missed the field goal, which would have gave them hope. But even if they had made the field goal, recover the onside kick, get a touchdown, and get a defensive stop, I don't think that would have taken away from how bad we played. I mean, in the second half, we made so many mistakes. I mean, we were trying to win. We were fighting and trying to win that game in the second half, but we were not ready to not make stupid mistakes, and it ended up costing us in the end. They got to win. And the reason why I'm wearing this number is because this guy is returning to the field against the Lions, which was a very much needed thing. Um, I mean, the we've been hold we hung in there with Cooper Rush, but now after last night we see why he's just a backup and why we need Dak to be our starter. We'll see how effective Dak is in his return on Sunday. We'll see you later, Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Obviously not much.